Hi everyone, it's Suzanne. Thanks for joining me for my final day of the gift card holder series that I'm doing on my blog and YouTube channel. Today is 3 card-like gift card holders. So I'll start with this one. Opens like that. It's really simple. Gift card fits in there. And of course you can decorate them how you will. I went a little crazy with the bling. There's rhinestones on here. This one opens like this and slides back in. Whoops. There it goes. Slides back in easily and secures like that. There we go. And then this is just like a card, but there's a little gift card holder right at the front. So I'm going to start with I'm going to start with this one first. So what you're going to need, of course, is a card base, which I have handy. And I'm using the shimmery cardstock, shimmery white. It's got a sheen to it, and you can see some of that sparkle there. It's hard in camera, but... And you are going to require 2 pieces that are 5 by 5, and they could be cardstock. I prefer to use the Designer Series paper just because it's pretty thin. And then, you know, a card front. So this would be cut down, 4 by 5 1/4. So we can put our card piece together here. And then I'm going to bring out my scoreboard. Now, this is the only confusing part. When you want the pattern, I want the pattern to show like this. And so if you just roll it up and say, okay, this is the way I want it to sort of go into my card, this is how you're going to have to score it. So I'm just going to score it with my pattern either going this way or that way. And we're going to have to score on both sides equally. So, because I'm using the Christmas trees, I'm going to put the pattern that way. And I'm scoring at 1 1/2 inches and 2 1/4, 3 3/4, and 4 1/2. So that's one done. Same, making sure my pattern is going correctly. 1 1/2, 2 1/4, 3 3/4, and 4 1/2. Scoring done. All right, so bone folder handy. I forgot to bring out my adhesive. All right, and then again, we just want to fold and burnish those score lines. And I have a hard time with pattern paper. It kind of has a tendency to shift on me. So I always like to sort of run, my finger along the crease first and then burnish it. And of course, I'm always lining up my edges first just to make sure that it's even, especially with a project like this. Okay, so just like that, that's how they're going to sit in together. So I'm going to put just a little bit of adhesive. Fold it flat. So there's one part made. And my trees are going correctly. And we're going to put this one in the same. Do it the same way. Now, you also want the trees going in the same direction. So like that. Whoops. And what we're going to do is we're going to adhere them together. So I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive here and here. And then we're going to put the two pieces together, and I just made sure that if that's going to go like that, if you want to line up those bits properly, I'm folding it like that. Does that make sense? Probably not. That's okay. I'm sure there's an easier way to do it. Anyway, there we go. We've managed to get the hard part done. And then what we're going to do is, I find it a little bit easier. With this one, you want to put glue on the back of the piece that's going in, because it's easier, and on the underside as well. So the back that's going in is going to be this back. I'm really sticking it down. And then I'm going to fold it in such a way that I can get to that back part too. All right. There we go. And my little gift card. Voila. There. And then I'm going to put the front piece on. The card front. Probably could have done this without the lump in it. And I'm going to do the same decoration. I have used the Dazzling Diamonds Glimmer paper and the oh, I can't remember what it's called, the Thinlits, using the word Mary. I'll have the description on my blog, or you'll find it on the YouTube channel description bar, a link to the products that I've used. Sorry, I'm not as prepared today. It's been, you know, a long month and a half of filming. Gotta forgive me, I'm getting old. Can't remember things. When I go to, you know, get these projects on the go, sometimes I make them and don't film them for a week or so. So it's sometimes a little difficult to remember. These are the wooden embellishments, which I love. And you can see with this card that I've actually silver embossed it. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. So I'm using some of our designer series paper. Again, I can't remember the name, but I'll have it in the link below. You can still get it. You can get it up until January 2nd, I believe. All right, so this card and gift card holder requires the envelope punch board and several pieces of paper. We need 4 1/4 by 11 and this is just regular thick white cardstock, and another piece of 3 3/4 by 6 1/2. And I am going to use my scoreboard. Just quick, or you can use your trimmer. It has a scoring tool in it. So on the long side of your 11-inch piece, you're going to score at 2 inches and 7 3/8. All right, so that's that one done. On your 6.5 inch piece, we're going to score at 1 3/4 and 6. All right, so this is that inner piece here. And it does have, so you want to score one way because that's going to attach to the card, and then folding the pocket type up. And then for this one, this is the small pocket here that everything's going to fit inside of, and then that pocket is going to fold down. Now, the envelope punch board, we're going to put this side, so the front flap, so the longer one, we're going to put it into the scoreboard at 1 inch, punch, we're going to flip, and we're going to put it in at 1 inch again, and punch. So no scoring, just punching. And it's so that you can adhere. There we go. So that it gets closed like that. Now, I am finding with this one anyway that I used Tombow glue and it's sort of catching. So what I'm going to do is a little trick. I'm going to use a adhesive, and this is just a little piece of wax paper. Well, it's like silicone-y. You can use your silicone mat if you have one. And I'm going to take a little bit, well actually I could probably use snail for this. Maybe not, I'll use Fast Fuse. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to capture that edge and along, but I'm only going to put half of the Fast Fuse on. And then I'm going to do the same for this side. Because I don't know if you knew this or not, but Tombow glue, when it's dry, it still remains sticky, so it's repositionable. Where a dry adhesive is going to, I feel it's going to be a little bit better. So pretty much like I think 1/16 of a bit of glue that's going to be on that little pocket. So that hopefully is going to help a little bit better. And if you're still finding that it does not slide fantastically well in there, you might want to trim it down just a tad. So it seems to be sliding in and out. So hopefully that's going to work. So I'm going to put adhesive on the top of that card. Oops, I'm not going to tuck it in yet. I'm going to put it right up to that crease, center it as best as I can, and close. So then it has that ability to tuck and go in. I think it's because this paper is so darn thick, this white stuff. So there it goes. All right, so and then we can tuck that inside. For the paper sizes, so the DSP for the outside, I am using, gosh, I wish I could remember this paper name, Woodlands maybe? I'm not 100% sure. The front piece is 3 by 4 inches. And then and that's just one piece, and then we need 1 3/4 by 4. And that's just going to go on the inside. Well, it's on the outside, but the bottom half. And then I used a little bit of gold trim, 1/8 trim, and maybe I will do a knot, and maybe I'll do a bow. I just I had a class in November, and I had like 2 rolls of this gold, and I ran out of the gold. Everybody was loving it so much, and I'm like, I thought I brought enough for, you know, the 12 people that were in the class. And then I looked at one lady's bows, and you know, she was cutting off probably a length of 6 inches or so per bow for, you know, we were making a dozen cards. So she's like, oh, did I cut off a little too much? What are you gonna say? Yeah, you did a little bit. You saved some for the rest. But tying bows, you know, it's not everybody's forte. It certainly is not mine. All right, I thought it was funny, actually. No harm done, in other words. That's cute. I like that. And I'll probably affix that with a glue dot maybe later. And then on the inside, as you can see, I did decorate where I put the gift card, and I'm gonna put the black one on the black side. And so this, why is it with me an adhesive? This is going to be 3.5 by 2 1/4. So it's really not that hard. And that will fit a goodly size of a gift card. And yes, it does open and close a little bit better than using your Tombow. So this is the one that was kind of sticky. All right, so then there's that one. And then there's this one. And this one is pretty simple. It is just a regular card base. So I have basic black here. And I'm going to do, I thought I would do something that might be inspired to be a, maybe a New Year's gift, or something, you know. The black and gold is really in right now. So I just have a 1/8 of a border around. So that is 4 by 5.5. And then for this little guy, for the little pocket, I need a piece of 4 by 3 1/4. And bringing out my scoring tool again. And I'm going to score a 1/2 inch on 3 sides only. So on the one of the short sides, I'm not going to score. So this is a 1/2 inch, a 1/2 inch, and then a 1/2 inch. Okay. So, and with this one, I'm just going to cut the corner right off. I don't want a lot of bulk, and that is the reason why I did that. And yeah, that's good. So I'm going to burnish and fold. So basically what we've done is, by cutting that little bit off, we've mitered the corners really well. So it's going to fit in there nice and flush. And just put repositionable tape on here so that it's maybe a little easier. Then, just so I can see what I'm doing. Haha! Eureka! So removing that adhesive, Now on this project, because I just have my two-way glue pen handy, and it's because this guy has little gold stripes. This is the vellum that's in the holiday catalog. I'm just going to put the glue, or you could put like a drop of Tombow or some kind of glue on there. I didn't want to use the dry adhesive because it does have a tendency to show just a tad. There we go. But I just put it on behind the gold bits, and make sure you go to the corner. And that's the reason why I wanted to use glue instead of dry adhesive as well. And then I am going to use some fast fuse. Oh, and there's a little trick. What I want to do is miter the corners here deeply. And the reason why you want to do that is when you do fold it over, you don't want to see the corners there. And then, however you want to put it, I guess this doesn't have to be a Christmas gift or card. I put it all cattywampus. I'm not sure how I'm going to decorate that, but you don't need to necessarily see me decorating, although it is fun. If I had any more of that gold bow left, I very well might have put just a big gold bow on the front. But there you go, kiddos. This is the gift card holder series done and finished. I appreciate you sticking with me for this last week. And I guess I will see you on Monday for something else. See you then. Bye.